Hello, hello, and welcome to March 3rd. Alpha CPR takes the lead at 7%, but it's not pretty. No, we had two exits, so I'm going to get into a little later. And we had a new entry at RTX, which has already come in at a minus 3.76% down. So Capri here is struggling along the first ratio, right in there. And we have to wait for our third, or we're going to take our loss at a 1-to-1 ratio. And that's pretty much it. Now, notice too that in my evaluation, when I first set this up, we had a uptrend to a buy. So that's good. What happened here, let's go on now to what we're going to talk about here, is these two guys on their exits. So when I went into American Express, let's go ahead. That was my first choice of getting into. Okay, so here I'm going to explain that we had received a downtrend signal from Stochastics. Confirmed by RSI and MacD. So we got into the trade here at the bottom of this candle with the anticipation of this one ratio. And we got down here and then it reversed and went back up. Now over here where I have my data on line number 2 with the date, it's a strategy. I also have my first evaluation, my second evaluation, and then what the implied volatility is. And the implied volatility is good. But these guys are indicating an uptrend. The indicators are indicating a downtrend right here in this zone. So the thing is who's going to win, the indicators or the evaluators? Well, in this instance, the evaluators won. Now let me show you what I use for evaluation. I have a thing. There's a site called Traders Pro, and right there is Capri. Now Capri is in the buy zone, so we know we just did that. It's struggling, but it's still in positive territory. But let's look at American Express. And there is American Express reaching into the extreme zone, which is in risk of reversal. Now we got in on the 26th of February. Was the I believe was the date. Let me go back and check one more time. Yeah, 26th February. So that said, we can come down here and go to the calendar and say, okay, we want to see the time zone. Let's say the 24th, the 23rd actually, to the 26th, and update. And there's our zone. There's the evaluator. It says it's an uptrend, and we call it, this is a zone, and it's in the up buy trend. That's what this is about. There, and I call it. Well, actually, it was double A at the time I saw it, but just coming up as single A right here. That's fine. Single A, double A is right here at the half of the yellow, and the triple A is at the very tip at the end. Right, more than half of the yellow is triple A, what I call triple A, which means it's in a position for a reversal. But the bottom line is it didn't for us. We were looking for that put because of the indicators. The evaluator said, no, it's going up. Another place to go is TradeView. Here's Capri, and in TradeView, we have an uptrend, which is good. So let's see what happened with American Express. And American Express comes in, and it's an uptrend. So now I have a conflict. The indicators say down, the evaluators say up. So we have more place for evaluation, and that's my own portal at Online Trading Academy. I am a mastermind member here. That means I'm a lifetime member of this site, of this training, and of the school, and that's where I go on the weekends. American Express is right there in first implied volatility, which means the option is in very good value, put or call. Now, there are two other sites I don't go to often. There is StockSpotter. And StockSpotter, let's see what StockSpotter said about American Express. And it said it's also going up with a flat line at the bottom of today's candle. Here's Friday. This is Friday right there. There's Friday right there. Look at that matchup. Now we have one more place and go FinViz. Now, I don't go here often because this site here is very, very good, but it's also a little bit overwhelming for the first timer. I would highly recommend that you check out YouTube videos on how to use FinViz. It can be a little bit time consuming, but at the end, all this stuff right here that helps you find all the conditions that you might gravitate to becomes a very good screener. So this is the FinViz. So what happened to us now? Let's go ahead and go back. So American Express was a put, and it turned against us and went for a call, or went to the upside, and our put got taken out with the first ratio. So we have our first ratio loss here. When our first ratio, we have a one ratio loss here. Remember, American Express did make us some money and got down to 12.13. Today's loss resulted in 144 with a $2 for fee, resulting in a 146 loss. Now with a new O of 13.59. It's a lot better than the 17 something that it was last week. So it's still, and it has potential. Also, too, we'll see what the indicators will run, that the scanners will run this afternoon, see if this requalifies to go in and get into that jump. EXL'e is the same story. On EXL'e, we got stopped out for a loss because we were looking for a put. We were looking for a put right here, got triggered right there, and got stopped out right here. Right here today, we got stopped out. So let's go back to the evaluators. And back at the evaluators, we'll start off with EXL'e. And also we want to go back to our 3 months window update. There it is. And look, it's the buy zone. So this retreat down here was not a strong retreat or a strong pullback. Okay, so let's see what TradeView has to say. In TradeView, same condition, buy. And here's all the news that goes with this ETF EXL'e. All right, then we go over to our other at OTA, and I look for the volatility. If the volatility is low, that means that it has a good chance of going in that direction. EXL'e was in the first volatility. So then we go to StockSpotter. I don't know if StockSpotter will give me another opportunity, because here's the thing with StockSpotter. You only can get so many free per day. So right there, it's talking about another high here with a flat bottom in this zone here. So you can see that the evaluators won out. And now over here on our spreadsheet, we're now going to keep track of winners of the evaluators and the indicators. So the evaluators have 2 wins. So anytime that we have a red on the date, that's a losing date, but the strategy is a winning strategy. And there's EXL'e. Now you also notice we have EXL'e 8. Remember, we're looking for the payback on OSA of 263. Whatever EXL'e attempts are failed, it becomes an independent new ode, and the new ode lost leaders will go up. Notice too that the winner circle have 84 winners in the lifetime of this account. And that explains going into tomorrow for losers become winners using evaluators. And I thank you very much for stopping by and checking it out.